That's what I meant with that.
So would you say that a lot of times in relationships, it's kind of seen as a disservice for me, or if I'm loving someone,
Hmm.
the way that I need to receive love. Do you see that most of the time people see that as a disservice because now I'm having to change how I want to love you the way that you want to be loved?
Right.
It,
Well, I look at it this way: people do what's comfortable for them,
hmm
right? So what's comfortable for me is to give a young lady just compliments, compliments,
hmm
compliments. Words of affirmation is my number one love language.
Right.
She may not receive that the way that I receive it, so I have to understand what's beneficial for her, what's
hmm
conducive for her,
hmm
um, to benefit the relationship, and
hmm
that's even in. I mean, that's just basically knowing your partner, knowing your coworker, anything.
hmm
You know, what I'm saying? You got to be mindful of.
Would you say that you've always been this aware of
Oh no,
your significant other's love language, or is this something that you've learned along the way?
I mean,
As far as how you've been intentional about making sure you love that person the way they need to be loved.
definitely a lot of trial and error. What they say, experience is the best teacher, right?
hmm
So for me, I definitely had to experience some things and go through some not necessarily trial and error, but understand that like this young lady doesn't love the way that I love. You know what I'm saying? So it's other things that were more important, like. I don't know, maybe acts of service.
hmm
Okay, just because she says acts of service, don't mean you can't ask a question outside of the question. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, can you
Facts.
break that down for
Let's
me?
let's make that clear
Because
so I
yeah,
know exactly.
exactly.
So that's a good point you make, because if you're telling me everything that you want,
Mhm.
that kind of takes the, I guess, quote unquote mystery out of
Mhm.
it.
Exactly.
Now for me,
Mhm.
if you tell me what you say acts of service, and then
Yeah.
I ask you what do you mean by that,
Mhm.
should should do you feel like the young lady should tell me exactly what that means so that I know how to do that? Because if she tells me exactly what that means and then I start doing it, it's kind of like I'm doing it because she. Does that make
I
sense?
feel like that's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I feel like it's a slippery slope. And what I mean, I hear what you're saying.
yeah.
And I'm not saying she should just tell you. Now, if she wants you to be adventurous, that can be anything.
Mhm.
But I mean, it just depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
I think I think my thing is, I see relationships as a team, like a team deal, and this may be why I'm single. But if I'm asking you, what do you mean by that, and you tell me specifically, it's not because I don't want to observe you
Mhm.
and learn you,
Right.
but I want to literally just give you what you want to make us. If you're happy, well, I'm gonna be happy regardless because you don't bring. I don't get my happiness from you,
Right.
but
Right.
if you're happy, I feel like it makes us now. And I'm also speaking from a experience right now, as
Mhm.
far as like she didn't want to tell me specifically
Mhm.
what she liked, and so I kind of had to figure it out. So when I would do it, it was either too much
Mhm.
or it was compared to what I did in my past. So it's kind of like, why not just tell me specifically what you want, and I'm gonna do that
Well,
and
everybody's
be
different.
great at it or try to be great at it.
Well, everybody's different there too, because you're gonna have some women that say, "Well, I feel like you're just doing it because I told you."
Facts. That's what I got.
Right? And then you're gonna have other women tell you like bits and pieces because they want it to still be a mystery. They're attracted
Do
to a
you want the
mystery.
mystery or do you want it straightforward? What you want?
I mean, I need
Am
you
I
to
putting you on
tell
the
me.
hot?
Nah, you good. We good
Good.
here. Nah, but I mean, I need you to tell me. I can't read your mind, and I feel like a lot of times, whether it's man or woman, we're thinking our spouse is thinking our spouse relationship, significant other, whatever is thinking what we're thinking, and we're two totally different people.
Two totally different backgrounds.
Right. So we're not thinking the same. So you can't expect a person to give an action that you would do in a certain situation. You can't expect that.
Which I mean, we're gonna get into unspoken expectations
Right.
later, but
Right.
that was a great point.
Right.
That slippery slope, that assumption
Yeah.
versus you just telling me.
Right. Right.
Me personally, I'm gonna take it spiritual.
Mhm.
All right. if I'm dating someone or if I'm talking to someone and I know that this is someone that I really want to be with, and I know you really want to be with me,
Mm-hmm.
and our foundation is Jesus, our foundation is spiritual.
Right,
Let's
right.
set that straight. I already know that the enemy is coming.
Yeah. True. True.
Now, if you know that I'm not an observant, I've told you I'm not. I want to be observant. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be observant,
Right, right.
but I'm not as observant as I need to be.
Yeah. You got to
Can
work
you?
on that, brother.
I
You got
do.
to work on
I
that, brother.
do. I do.
That's
That is
important.
something.
That's important, man.
That's something I have to work on. I feel like until I get there,
Mm-hmm.
because in a sense, you're expecting something out of me that I can't give you right now. I'm not. I'm not observant. Observant. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
if I'm,
You just want her to meet you where you're at.
yeah, just meet me right there, right now.
But
Eventually, cause
I think what we do a lot of times is, men, we put ourselves in a box, right? By saying all these things that we can do. And it's like, if you be honest with her up front or with something that you're struggling with, that might help, because that's open dialogue. You're being vulnerable with her about one of your struggles.
I believe, and that's very good that you say that, because I believe every girl that I've talked to, not every girl. That was a stretch. I dang sure did. I feel like that's a stretch, but I feel like most of the girls I've talked to, I've been up front.
Yeah.
You know, about where I am, what I'm doing, blah blah blah, who I am as a person. But yeah, I think that's a slippery slope. Let's go a little deeper with the love language.
Okay.
I think let's just stay on acts of service, okay? And I want to talk from experience,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So I know that flowers are a big thing, or I know that different things were like spontaneous things was something that she liked, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do them because I know that's her love language, right? But it's like you're doing this because, and I'm like, you didn't know I was gonna do it, right? Is that not a?
I mean, you just can't be predictable. You
Mm,
can't be predictable.
that's
I've
good.
I was in a situation like that.
That's good.
I was in a relationship with a young lady, and she told me she liked flowers. First time, oh my God, thank you so much. Second time, oh my God, you're the best, blah, blah, blah. And then I just started doing it the same every Friday. I was getting her flowers. And then the reaction became less and less. And then the one time that I don't do it, you get upset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had set the precedent that she was going to get some flowers every Friday.
So she's expecting.
So she expected it.
All right, we got to go into communication.
Which would, in my personal opinion, would segue into the unspoken
Spoken expectation, because there's an unspoken expectation on the end of I'm giving you these flowers, but I'm not getting the excitement that I want.
Right, right.
But also you, in a sense, saying I really wanted you to get me those flowers. I know, I know one of the biggest things that I've been able in this friendship that we've been, we've been boys for about not a year yet, but almost there, and just the vulnerability, like, bro, that hurt. Like you hit me, you hit a spot right there, like that was different.
You hit a few.
I feel like
You don't hit a few.
facts.
You don't hit a few.
Like
You don't hit a few.
like we came back a couple days later, like, bro, like you. I know I didn't hit in the moment, bro,
Yeah.
but you were right, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's even got to the point now where we're in the moment now, and I can say something, or you can say something to me. I'm like, you right, bro.
Yeah.
It's like the snapback time is
Yeah.
quicker, because my unspoken expectation, you're not responsible for what I don't tell you.
That's true.
So when it comes to these love languages and what I just looking back at my relationships, I'm just like, number one, me, bruh, all you had to do was just tell her, like, that ain't what da 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 or da da da,
Right.
and vice versa.
Right.
Just communicate your expectations, like
Effective communication.
effective communication.
communication.
I was with my guy DJ, and we were doing some videos, whatever, and I forgot it was call and response. So, and they were just talking about how if I say to you, if you and your girl are talking, you like, so when you did this hurt me. she would say exactly what you said, what it meant to her. Because a lot of times you can be arguing, or you can be talking to somebody, and you can say something, and then they take it the whole
Right.
another way.
Right.
No, no, no. I want you to say back to me what you feel like I said,
Right.
so that we can get a good understanding. So
Right.
I can make sure okay, this is what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
I did not mean that. What's some things that you've seen unspoken expectations, in your life, in your personal life?
That's what you asking me right
Yeah, not just relationally, but like in any area, like
now. I mean, man, like okay, say me and a young lady is starting to kick it, right?
reflective. Look, she's on here.
Who?
Reflective listen. That's exactly what
Yeah.
it is. That's
Yeah.
exactly that's who I
Yeah.
got it from.
Yeah. So
Shout out to you, Maya.
say
Yeah. Hold on. Let me shout
go ahead.
Maya
Go
out.
ahead. Go
Hey,
ahead.
I need every married person to go to their website and please go listen to those. Get that course. Get that course. Get that course right now. Get the course. Please go get that course. All right, go ahead, bro.
So just it can be something simple as talking to a young lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we talking, we kicking it, and then this petty, but it's like, am I gonna text her first? Or she gonna text me first?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the dude. I reached out last, so she should text me first.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like
good,
she should
bro.
text me first, or she text me last. So I ain't double texting her.
The double text.
I,
You dang sure did double text that girl.
I ain't double texting, and it's just like, I think a lot of times we self sabotage our own situation.
Self-sabotage.
We self sabotage our own
Oh, go there,
situation
Lord.
by simply like having an unrealistic expectation. That's a simple one that we all can relate to.
That's
They was,
good.
I thought they was gonna text me back, or
Eh,
I thought da 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 da, or I did this for this person. I did it this way. Why they not doing it that way? They're not you.
They're not you, bruh. That's so good.
They're not
That's so,
you.
and it's those little things
Hmm.
that turn into the big things. Now I'm not telling you when you really hurt me,
Right.
but it started because you didn't text me back faster than I thought you should.
Right.
And I didn't let you know that.
All over. Just small
And
communication.
all I had to say was I'm really used to people text me back super fast.
Right. But I mean,
Or probably most likely the thing is
mhm.
I'm a fast texter, so I'm expecting me out of you.
them.
Oh
We done
wow.
had that conversation so many times.
Oh wow.
But you remember, this also goes back to, you remember you always asked me, you said communication is key. I said no, it's not communication. It's communication and comprehension. Because you can communicate all day to a person, but if they're not comprehending what you're saying,
Yeah, that
you know what I'm saying?
reflective listening.
Right.
Yeah,
They
that's
have to
good.
comprehend what you're saying.
Maya Gill said, "Why can't you double text?"
I ain't say I couldn't. I ain't say I could.
Have you ever looked at the text when you were busy? Have you ever looked at the text when you were busy and then forgot to text back because the unread notification was gone since you glanced at it? Now, Maya, I was the king of telling people you make time for what you want to make time, and I still believe
That's
that.
a fact. That's a fact.
And I'm a fast texter, Maya. My sister Kiaja, I don't know if she on here or not, but horrible texter. Horrible texter, right?
You have to throw on the bus like that.
Yes, I'm sorry. Shout out to you, sis. I love you. I love you. I have gotten so busy now
Mm-hmm.
where I'm leaving people unread. Like,
Yeah.
I know I read their message,
Mm-hmm.
and I know people would be like, I responded in my head, but
Right.
I just didn't send it.
That's an
And
actual thing.
It's an
That's a
actual
thing.
thing.
It's a thing. When you busy and you moving around, that's an actual thing.
It's an actual thing. But yeah, that was a side note. But yeah, so she said, why can't you double text? Go ahead and
I
answer
can. I can double text. Now, certain times if we flowing, and then you just cut the conversation off, and I don't hear from you. I mean, I don't feel like should double text. I might hit you the next morning, but I don't feel like I should double text if we flowing, like just to make sure you okay, maybe. But I mean,
How soon do you feel, commun? How soon do you feel communicating? How you feel about that person doing certain things. How early, or would you more so say you just communicating how you deal with things to that person so they know how to function with you, rather than telling them, oh, you ain't texting me back fast. telling them I like fast textures. I'm used to fast textures or something like that.
I really feel like it's a feel thing because you don't want to scare that person off either. Right? You don't want to scare that person off with your expectations already, like at the same time, and that's not even your person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still some sense of respect there too. Like, I mean, just text me back.
Be a
Just be a decent
decent.
human being. Just be a decent human being.
Just be a decent human
Just be a
being.
decent human being and text me back, man. That's it. I mean, I don't ask for much. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for you to buy me nothing. It takes what, 2-3 seconds? What 30 seconds to think up of a text and press send? If you can't take 30 seconds out of the 24-hour day that you had to text me back, then just don't text me.
Big facts. Hey, while we at this moment, if you don't mind, go ahead and share in this post if you haven't already, and then comment in the comments that you shared. We want to shout you out as well.
Yeah, you right, Maya. She said you need to check on her if she stops abruptly. You right. But if it's a repeated habit,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a repeated habit, I mean, I can't. It's hard to decipher, you know what I'm saying? But no, you make a great point there for sure.
Love languages. Physical touch.
What's my love language?
Words of affirmation. Acts of service.
Uh-huh.
Gifts. What's the last one?
Say physical touch, words of affirmation,
Words of affirmation.
quality time.
Quality time. Quality time. I I know for me, unspoken expectations.
Yeah.
Going back into that,
Mm-hmm.
is probably, if not one of the best things that I finally got away from. I feel like I finally got away from, and literally just telling whoever it is at that moment how it made me feel, how I can still be better. There's still some things that like, ooh, that really hit, and I still I let that slide.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I let it slide again, But most of the time, one thing that we've seen in our friendship,
Mm-hmm.
just talking about previous relationships and stuff like that, is that the girls we really wanted,
Mm-hmm.
we let a lot slide.
Yeah.
And the ones that
want us, we just. That's crazy.
that's crazy.
I mean, but it's like that though.
Why is it like that?
I can't explain it, man. It's like the ones we want. It's like we're almost. I don't know, man. It's like you're
Willing
almost
to-
willing to let her do whatever just to be with her.
We see every red flag in
red
the
flag
world.
Red flag after red flag. But the woman that want us, it's like
And
nah.
doing everything,
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But we getting better.
Yeah.
But I think community, like I said before, Ryan, LJ, DJ, Ben, having husbands around you, you can see how they move with their wives, and I see the I don't know what goes in their houses, but I see the dynamics outside of their houses, and being able to see that it's been different. But now with a single friend, like you feel my
Yeah.
pain, you feel my
It's
you feel
rough.
my
It's
struggle,
rough out here,
like-
man. It's
like,
rough out here.
And so I guess kind of like practicing, like, bro, like you ain't even have to say that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, bro, like, and being heated at the moment, but like I think this season for both of us is helping us be able to be in tune with our emotions, so that we can effectively communicate those unspoken expectations.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things that we might have let ride in past relationships, past seasons, we're able to effectively say that to that whoever she is.
Right.
If you watching, we've been working.
Boy, playing
Right.
them seeds.
Right,
Boy, playing them
right. We've been
seeds.
working on how to express ourselves, so that we're able to effectively communicate that with you. I think also, with that being said, I can't say that I've been able to practice or I ain't gonna say practice or talk to anybody where I actually had to do that just yet. Have you?
As far as
Being able to effectively communicate, how you feel, what you like, what you don't like.
with friends, yeah, like female friends.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, I can do that with female friends, but as far as somebody that I'm actually talking to or have tried to talk to or starting to talk to, I haven't. I mean, haven't been able to get to that point yet. I mean, really, we just learned this, really.
Facts.
So it's like before we put it out there, I gotta be seriously talking to somebody. And I wouldn't say I am.
Do you feel like you're in a season where you're ready to talk to somebody?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been single for a year, so it's like for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I first became single, now I was just like trying to talk to the next person. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But after being single for a year, like actually focusing on me, it's a little different. It's personal. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
much so.
It's personal now.
Oh
So
shoot, I'm glad. I'm glad you're even here. You
yeah.
got to fit me in on the schedule. I mean, you got the
It's,
schedule now. You got to
man.
people got to pencil you
Yeah.
in 2 years out just to get you
Oh
to
wow.
come,
Boy said two
get you to
years.
come. Just be on the podcast.
Wow. Wow. But nah, seriously though, man, it's personal. Like today, man, I got a little petty today, man.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
you
And
got a
then
manicure.
yeah, I
You
actually
got the
did.
gel.
No, I don't. Nah, we straight on that.
You
But
don't get the gel, bro.
but nah, see, when I got my hair cut, I did the face massage, all that, bro. Like I'm just taking care of me, bro. Like I'm not worried about nobody else right now. So, I've been chasing women since I was in kindergarten. Let's be real. Like, so I've been in kindergarten. What have I actually done for myself? What have I done for myself? I mean,
I feel like every guy around me that has a marriage or somewhat of a marriage that I want to have, or they have some sort of dynamic that I would like to have.
hmm
They all said they knew.
yeah,
I I went on that moment.
yeah.
I went on that. Like I know.
Well, you
Cause
know.
I want to be able to tell a single
Yeah.
dude one day, hey, bro, I knew. I went through a lot of women, but
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah. Yeah.
this one right here.
Right. Right.
Bro, it was no shadow of a doubt. Like, I knew. But let's get back on topic. I think we're gonna finish here. When it comes to unspoken expectations, now
hmm
this is gonna be a season on down the line. One thing that I've seen in therapy is a lot of my unspoken expectations came from things that I didn't receive in childhood.
Mm.
And I've talked to mom and dad. We've asked for. Well, I know me, mom, my sister. We all asked for forgiveness from each other because they did what the best that they could do.
Right.
Like
Right.
they're still amazing parents.
Right. Right.
My mom and dad, I love them to death.
hmm
They're actually like my best friends now. You know what I'm saying? Um, but a lot of unspoken expectations that I got, you know, they come from things that we did see, what we
hmm
didn't see,
Right.
what we
Right.
did get, what we
Didn't
didn't
get
get.
it.
And
Right.
so my therapist literally had me do this. And I challenge everybody to do this for real.
hmm
Go through the love languages test. Take the love languages test. See what your love languages are right now, even in this season, even if it's changed. See what they are in this season. Look at your childhood and see which ones you got a lot,
hmm
see which ones you didn't get a lot. Based off of that, you're probably gonna be able to see why you are the way you are towards whoever you're dealing with at this moment. Um, I know because me personally, I was a person that said before 2021 when I got a therapist, you know, and we meet every week, you know, since 2021. I was one to say I got the Holy Spirit.
hmm
I don't need no therapist. And
hmm
I pray that the same way that God brought that therapist into my life, I pray that the wife situation happens like that. I'm sitting at a wedding,
hmm
all white wedding,
hmm
and I'm sitting on the row by myself. I'm the only black there,
hmm
and this white lady comes and sit beside me, and she like, "Hey, how you doing?" Da 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 da. We end up sitting at the table together. She prophesies over my life,
hmm
tells me some things that have just came to pass this year, actually. And she's like, I'm a counselor. She's like, I'm a therapist. We should chat every at the week. So I was
hmm
like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Long story short, I've been talking to Miss Ellen since that day, like, and she has been a voice of reason. She tells me like it is. This year, motives is what we're talking about. She challenges my motive. Why are you doing that, Trey?
hmm
Why did you say that, Trey? So shout out to Miss Ellen. But yeah, that goes just going back to those unspoken expectations could be coming from a child the 8-year-old you, the 6-year-old you, the 7-year-old you
Right.
that didn't get that affection, that didn't get those words of affirmation, that didn't get those, different things that you're searching for in that spouse, and you being vulnerable enough
Mm-hmm.
to have that conversation
Right.
to say, I didn't get this, and I really need this from you
Right.
in this season. I think they're gonna help.
I think writing out your feelings too. I think
Journaling
that's
has been
journaling.
heavy for
Man,
both of us, bro.
what journaling? Like,
Journaling been
I
journaling
mean,
been dope.
first I had one of my homeboys. He live in Smyrna. His name Taj. Man,
Mhm.
he was like, "Man, I want you to write a letter to yourself and revisit it in 3 months." I'm like, "Man, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that, right?" And then the more me and you began to talk, I was just like, "Man, I probably need to write that letter."
Mhm.
But nah, man. Seriously, I was serious about that. But as far as journaling, I think that's super important. Just writing down just a daily of what you got going on, and basically just documenting your life, pros, cons, everything. And I mean, I think you need to do an assessment
Mhm.
after that. I think that's super important.
You this is another episode too, but I want to ask you this. You said one thing that you used to do in your prior relationships
Mhm.
was you would
Check Friday check-ins.
yes.
So
I love
the
that.
last
I
girl I
love
was
it.
dating, now obviously I ain't with the girl no more.
Right, right.
But I mean, we fell off from that. But what
Mhm.
we used to do is we used to do Friday check-ins. So me and her used to every Friday we used to have a conversation, and she used to tell me some things that she didn't like, and I used to do the same. Now it was going well for a while, and then we just stopped doing it and never got back around to that. But it was very effective because it
Mhm.
was like, wow, I didn't know I did that. Like, I didn't know you felt that way. But I mean, that was one of the things that we did that was super beneficial, in our relationship for sure.
Did it ever get like you know how you said the flower thing, like you did the flowers, and do you feel like it ever got to a place where it's just like, oh, it's Friday check-in, like I really don't want to talk about this today. You
Nah,
know what I'm saying?
cause she gave me a safe place. She gave me a safe place.
Woo!
She gave me a safe place, man. At the beginning of the relationship,
Yeah.
obviously. She gave me a safe place, and I felt okay to talk to her because she didn't make me feel
Like
like
less than a man
less than
because
a
of how you
man.
felt.
Right. She let me be me. You know what I'm saying? That time.
All good.
Yeah, of course, of course.
That's neither
Here
here
nor
nor
there.
there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but nah, man, I'm thankful for it. It's, I try to take, certain things, pros and cons, and try to always evolve. So, nah, man, I'm super grateful, super grateful.
Okay, so in the comments, we want to hear um, what are your top 2 love languages? We're gonna take a couple minutes. We want to see what are some of y'all's top 2 love languages. Let's see, and we're gonna keep chopping it up a little bit while y'all put that in the comments. What are the 2 of y'all? Don't comment if you ain't told your spouse. Tell them first. Don't tell
Yeah.
her. Tell. Um, shout out to Lewis Media,
Yep, Lewis Media,
Shalisha
man.
Lewis, DJ
Mhm.
Lewis for
Appreciate you.
letting us use the
Appreciate you.
spot.
Yeah, man. Appreciate
Dope
that.
setup.
Dope.
Dope setup. Honestly, y'all, they got every setup you want. You got this setup. You got the black setup. You got the white setup. It's yeah. Shout out to DJ and Shalisha Lewis. They are in Hartwell, Georgia,
Yeah.
right behind the Hartwell Sun. Shout out to my guy. I love acts of service, words of affirmation. And I want to ask this too in the comments. Has your love languages changed over time, or have they
Mm,
always been the same?
mm.
Because I feel
They
like
do change.
physical touch was definitely mine, but that might have been from a lustful place.
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
now acts of service is definitely one of my top
I
ones and
think they do
words of
change.
affirmation. Huh?
I think they do change.
I
They
believe they
can.
do.
I
Well,
think
I
they
know
can
mine
change.
changed. I mean, physical touch is still up there, but it was heavy physical
Of course, it's
touch.
a.
Give me a little boy.
but nah, man. I think they change. They
Let's
can
see.
change.
Is that's it? Quality time, physical touch. Whereas only 2 people come in, we good.
So
Mine have
okay.
changed over time. Okay,
So when she
somebody said hers
okay.
changed over time.
So who is that? Twana. When you say acts of service, what do you mean?
Yeah. What does that look like?
Cause is that taking out the trash? Is that doing the dishes?
Because I know I've heard women say, men want the bedroom, but the way you get to the bedroom is throughout the day,
Right.
washing the dishes, putting the kids to bed. We got some married men in here. Is that true? It
It
changes.
changes. Yeah.
It
It
changes.
changes.
What you think, Darryl Lewis? Acts of
Yeah.
service
Yeah.
throughout the day gets the bedroom better, or like gets it easier? Let's say easier.
Twana said
And
it
not just trying to
said
get it when you get
said
to
it
the
definitely
bedroom.
changed after I had kids.
It helps warm them up. Okay.
Mm.
Men in a helping
Yeah,
hand
without
without
having
having
to
to
ask.
ask.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
My talk was physical touch, but it's changed indefinitely. Oh wow. I've heard that. I've heard that.
He said, "Oh
that.
wow!" Like
I've,
he was so disappointed. He like, "Oh
I've
man,
heard
wow."
that. I've heard that a lot, Twana,
Oh
with
man.
women after they've had children. Actually, I actually have heard that a good bit. I mean, helping around the house in general. Like, I shouldn't have to get off work and come home to a sink. Oh,
Okay.
or take the trash out. Oh, but
Oh,
Tawana, has that been
yeah, exactly.
communicated?
You got to communicate that.
Has that been communicated? We helping the people. Glory be to God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Help them profit.
Well, it's not about has that been communicated. Like, has that been effectively communicated? Because you
Without the
you
attitude.
can say something,
But
but
it's
is
about
it?
how you
It's
say
about how
it.
you say it. It's not what you say. It's how you say it.
Teach the text, sir.
But I mean, of course, I mean, from the looks on my brother-in-law's face, I just said when I said that it's not always gonna go smooth.
It ain't that smooth, huh? Okay.
It's not always gonna go smooth, but you still gotta listen to what's being said. You know what I'm saying?
Dating. Okay, so with us, what are you looking forward to? We're gonna end here with these last two. With this last question, looking forward to dating. What is an area of, we like to say area of opportunity, a place that I can be better at going into my next relationship. What would be yours? And then I'll go after you. Then we'll close it out.
Mine is definitely overthinking.
Ooh,
Overthinking.
that's a me thing too. That's like
It's
oh wow.
overthinking, man. Like I'm up here, like overthink. I say something or do something, and it's like I'm overthinking. Like dang, like I screwed that up. Like it's like I'm putting the world on my shoulders, and it's not that deep.
And
like,
she ain't even thinking that.
She not even thinking that. So it's like not overthinking and just let things happen naturally.
You over there ready to explain yourself, and she ready to say, "That's neither here
No.
like, get out of here with that, bro. Like, you still going? You keep going? You done?
No, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean I'm about to have laundry list,
Yeah.
but that's pretty much it. Cause I mean that other things fall into that when you start there. So you got to start to the root.
Mm-hmm.
So don't overthink, man. Just let it happen. I mean it's so hard because we do that even with God, right? We overthink. We overthink. We overthink. I think I told you when you was telling me about the lady prophesied to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, bro, why you shocked? Like,
Facts.
I said, I told you what I heard a preacher say.
What's that?
He said, if you can pay for it,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
it's not big enough for God,
Mm-hmm.
right? So again, anybody can, you can have what 20. You can have 100 sessions. Oh, you got your $2,000 for your shooting machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for somebody to call you tomorrow and say, Trae, I'm gonna give you a gym.
I receive.
You're right. You're not
Prophesy.
right. You're not thinking of that.
Prophesy, boy. You offering it in that bishop, man. Yeah, I know you going to church of God prophecy in the morning. 8 o'clock, bright and early. Yeah, fast. Bishop, I think he got a word.
Man, watch out, man.
He got a word in the morning. They
joking.
put you on the drum, get you off the drum, and
joking.
bring you up there.
I gotta make the reels.
In fact, but I think mine is right there with you. Unspoken expectations.
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
gonna
That's
say
good. Somebody just said don't. That's good. Don't hear things that she didn't say.
that's good.
Yeah.
I think mine is just being straightforward.
Mm.
I on the other. I don't necessarily overthink. I overthink what she is saying. Like, I guess it's kind of the
So
same
like,
thing.
what you water down? What you say?
Yes, I'm walking on eggshells
But
because I care so much about her that. But in the end, it leaves me hurt because I didn't say what I really wanted to
I'm gonna
say.
tell you like you tell me. Let's break that down. Let's dissect that.
That's that.
Is that a trigger like
For sure.
from a previous
For
situation?
sure.
So
For sure.
is it like
I'll never. Yeah, yeah. I see the moment now. Walmart, Cornelia, Georgia. I'm talking to this girl,
no the
and
county?
yes,
Sheesh.
yes. I never forget it. And she looks at me. She said, "Trae, you weak." She
Wow.
said, "You never tell me no."
Mm.
I never forget it.
You gotta learn.
I
to
never
say, you
forget.
gotta learn how to say that in English, Spanish, and
Facts.
every other language.
Facts.
I'm just-
Facts. Facts. But I think that. But I'm not gonna lie. This friendship has helped me be better at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for real. I'm not even gonna lie
Yeah,
to
man.
you.
'Cause people will
Like
use you up, man. People will use
you're
you up.
and it's and creating those boundaries
Mm.
so that I don't necessarily even have to, you know. Yeah, I don't even have to go down that road. So I think being straightforward, not working on eggshells. Somebody jokingly said yesterday on Facebook, they said, I need a trainer that's gonna tell me to get in here so we can fix that wide back.
Hey, when you say it like that though,
And my auntie come in and said, "See, Trae Gaines, this is how you need to be." But I come in, I said, "Auntie, I'm working on that,
right.
because I can't. That's just not me. Literally, my heart is huge, but I'm learning that just because I have a huge heart, don't mean I have to be a doormat.
Yeah, you still can have boundaries for sure.
Boundaries for
You
sure.
still can have boundaries. It's just like it's a respect thing. You remember what I told you? We value respect.
Facts.
We value respect as men, and respect first. I need you to respect me, man. Like, that's just what it boils down to.
Any parting words, bro? First one out the way.
No, I think this was good. I think the big
Can we get some hearts, some lights? What y'all think? Y'all learn anything? Y'all get anything? Go ahead, bro.
for me, man, I think you just got to keep putting the right foot in front of the left foot and keep moving forward.
Big facts.
Because the rearview mirror, it's small for a reason. It's the past.
Tell me that. That's a new one. I ain't heard that one before. You got. I know
I've
you.
been
That boy got
saving
analogies.
I've been saving them.
You know you been practicing that one.
I've been saving them.
Yo, Danny Hughes Jr. We'll be in the car. He won't say Trae, you gonna ask me this. I mean, no, he won't say Trae, can you answer this on the podcast? He'll say, bro, I know you gonna ask me this on the podcast. He'll ask himself the question and then go with
I'll be practicing, man. My bad.
all good. I love it.
But nah, like, it's a different. I think it's a saying.
Mm-hmm.
The windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Tell me something. Teach us.
So the rearview mirror is small.
Right. So
Right?
you're not looking in the past.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
That boy Danny Hughes. One thing about Danny Hughes, he got an analogy. I remember I was telling him about the situation I was in, y'all, and he said, "Bruh, she either gonna sink or
she gonna
swim."
yeah.
He said she gonna barbecue.
or mildew. Hey,
Hey, and then he came up with this famous saying, "That's neither
here nor there."
Hey, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all for tapping in with us tonight. Please like and share this post. Share it. We on TikTok, IG, YouTube. Everything's the same. Snapchat, TNHNT pod. TNHNT pod on all social media platforms. We're gonna try to make sure our videos are uploaded by at least the Wednesday of the next week. We're gonna try to be live once a month, every second Saturday at 8 p.m.
Right.
And of course, we'll let you know that we dropping reels. Listen, we need your help. You know what I'm saying? We want to help people grow.
Right.
We feel like we're very transparent. We're sharing our lives. We're sharing a lot about ourselves to help single Christian males, single Christian females grow in their, number one, their relationship with God, but number one, and how they dealing with relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So a like goes a long way. A comment goes a long way. A
Yeah.
share goes a long way.
Mhm.
But one of the other things that we need you to start doing is sending the actual reel to someone. All right, so that's done behind closed doors, and those things go. Even if you don't watch it, I mean, we do want you to watch it because we want you to get the value out of the message, right? We're not
Mhm.
posting the reel just to post it. We really believe that it's going something that's going to enhance your life.
Right.
So again, like we say, like it for sure. Comment. If you don't comment nothing but a bullseye, comment, say that. Comment, ooh, I've been dealing with this. Comment something
Right.
that you've been dealing with. We might need to, we might need another idea for the next podcast episode. Share it, of course, and then lastly, like I said, send it to someone, send it to their message, put some laughing emojis beside it. Talk about me and DJ behind our back, whatever you got to do.
All right.
Just send it to somebody.
All
All
good.
right, all good. Because
All
that,
good.
whether they talking or not, that's
Neither
neither.
here nor there.
All right, peace.
Have a good one. The next one though.